Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I kind of wanted to go over with you folks my new generator and why I picked this one. So as you can see, this is the Powerhorse 3500 inverter generator from Northern Tool and Equipment. The reason I got this is, I don't know if y'all are like me, but when I research something like this, I spend hours on YouTube looking at reviews and actual people using these, what they can handle. And there's thousands of videos on the Predator 3500, which is Harbor Freight version. And so my mind was set on a Harbor Freight 3500. And of course, naturally, they're completely out of stock right now due to, what happened here in Texas a couple weeks ago, and everyone's, buying generators like me. So I was going to wait until they got those in stock and buy it. So in the meantime, I was just researching other generators for fun. And I realize now that this is the exact same generator as the Harbor Freight Predator 3500, except this is blue, Harbor Freight is red. Exact same generator. The face is a little different, the dials are in a little different spot, but the internals are the exact same. It's made by the same company in China, coming off the same assembly line. They just put it in different chassis for different companies. So the reason I picked the Powerhorse version, guys, is because current pricing, this was $50 cheaper. Now I know Harbor Freight does sometimes these really good deals with coupons for $100, $150 off. I couldn't find those and I didn't want to wait for it. So current pricing from Harbor Freight to Northern Tool version of this generator, the Harbor Freight was cheaper. The Northern Tool version was cheaper. Also, this Powerhorse comes with a 2-year manufacturer warranty. The Predator 3500 comes with a 90-day warranty, and then they give you the option to, I think, spend another $100 for a 2-year warranty, and that's basically within 2 years you can take that Harbor Freight generator back to them, and they'll give you a brand new one. So, doing the math, this was actually a much better deal without using any coupons because I got a 2-year warranty with the purchase, and this was actually cheaper than the Harbor Freight version. So to me, it was pretty much a no-brainer. Again, being the exact same generator, I didn't see the need to spend more money on the Harbor Freight version and then buy an extended warranty to get to the same warranty period that I got this one in. So anyway, that's the nuts and bolts of why I got the Northern Tool version, this Powerhorse 3500. So with that, guys, I'm just going to unbox this. I'm going to pull out the battery. I'm going to put it on a trickle charger. And then these generators come with ridiculous wheels on them. And that's one of the things that I kept trying to research was how to mod or upgrade this generator with bigger wheels. So I'm going to also show you guys exactly how to take these wheels off, upgrade the wheel to some 8-inch never flat full rubber tires. Show you guys the hardware that I bought, how you have to mod it, and how you have to install it. So again, I saw a bunch of videos of people that did what I'm going to show you, but I couldn't really find videos of actual people showing the exact install procedure. So I thought that might help someone who's was in my same boat wanting to upgrade the wheels, because these wheels are terrible. So anyway, guys, with that, I'm going to go ahead and unbox this. I'm not going to do an in-depth review of this. Again, there's hundreds of thousands of reviews. If you search for the Predator 3500, they're all over YouTube. This particular model, for some reason, people, I guess, just flocked to the Harbor Freight version instead of this one. There wasn't a lot of reviews on this, but it's the same thing. So with that, guys, let's get this open, and then I'm going to show you guys how to install the wheel upgrade. So thanks. Okay, well that didn't take near as long as I thought it would to unbox this thing. So kind of typical with everything that comes with generators nowadays. You get your oil funnel. You get, this is the DC charger plug for the DC outlet here. I don't really use these a whole lot, but you know, comes with spark plug, wrench, and this is my DC charger that I bought because this is an electric start. And this is the Leicester. I'm not sure. I'll leave a link below, but it seems to be a pretty good one. And what I'm thinking about doing is, it came with this adapter. The terminals don't fit on the battery right now, but I'm gonna cut these off and put some smaller terminals. And what you can do is basically leave, you know, I'll have to cut a small hole in this access panel, but I can have all this back behind here and leave this adapter just barely sticking out. So I don't have to take the battery out every time I want to put it on the trickle charger. I just have to connect this end to the trickle charger. So that's probably going to be one of the few mods I do to this, just to keep this in there. But anyway, so got the battery charging. Now we're going to work on getting these wheels off and putting the new wheels on, and I'm going to show you guys all the hardware that I bought and hopefully how to install it. Okay, let's get going. Okay guys, so here is pretty much all of the material that you're going to need in order to replace these little dinky wheels with these wheels. So first thing is the wheels. I got these from Harbor Freight. These are 8-inch, never flat, solid rubber wheels with 1/2-inch bore. You're going to need these coupling nuts. So it's a 1/2-inch by 1 3/4 inch. I got these from Home Depot. For those, you're going to need 4 1/2-inch by 2-inch bolts. Home Depot. I went ahead and picked up 4 washers. I'm not sure if I'm going to need these or not yet, but I went ahead and got them just in case. You're going to need some Loctite and a 31/64 bit, because we are going to have to drill out the threads on these couplers to fit over the axle. So I'm just going to do one wheel for you guys in an effort to minimize the length of this video, but we're going to start with this wheel. We're going to remove it, and then I'm going to show you guys what you have to do with all of this material in order to get that wheel to fit on that axle. Okay, so first thing you got to do is take a little flathead screwdriver and pry out this center cap. It just pops right out. There's a little cotter pin you got to take out. Put that to the side. Take your washer out. And it's as simple as that to take out these wheels. So just to show you guys what we're going to do here. So here's the coupling nut. And this is going to go on. Obviously it's not going to fit right now. I've got to drill out these threads. And then it's going to install here, and then the wheel's going to go, and then I'm going to put in the 2-inch 1/2-inch bolt. And this is going to be the new axle essentially. So I'm going to use a 31/64 bit to clear out the threads. Not all the way. I'm just going to mark it to where I want it to stop, because I need to have room on this end for the bolt to thread in to keep the wheel secured. So I'm going to mark out how far I want to drill out these threads, and then we're going to clear out these threads. So here is how I'm going to determine how much thread I need to drill out. So I've got my 2-inch bolt. I'm going to stick it through. I'm going to put a washer here just to give me just a little bit of room, and then I'm going to place this coupler right up against it, and I'm going to mark on this coupler how far down I need to drill. Okay, so now all I'm going to do, I'm going to take my drill bit and I'm going to mark it, and then I'm going to tape it. Okay, so I've got me some tape here. So this is as far as I want to drill into this coupling nut. right there. So now for the fun part is getting this set up and somehow trying to drill a perfect hole in this thing. So let's get that going. Okay guys, so this is my little contraption that I came up with. This is kind of what I get for not having an actual drill press, but this is just my little Win tabletop benchtop drill press. I'm using one of my Bessie clamps to hold this coupling nut straight. I've got this clamped down to the table, and I've got the drill press clamped down to my outfeed table. I've got my drill installed with the tape so I know how far I need to drill down. And I'm not guaranteeing this is going to work. This is my first go at it, so let's see what we can come up with here. Okay guys, so we got this coupling nut drilled out, bored out, so now this fits perfectly on the axle that's on the Powerhorse generator. So if you guys can see here, there's a hole that is in this axle already, and it is a 3/32 hole. So what we got to do now, because this is what's going to hold this on, we're going to install a cotter pin. So now I've got to drill one more hole in this coupling nut so that I can put my cotter pin through the coupling nut and then through the axle out the bottom and tighten up that coupling nut, and that's what's going to hold this coupling nut to the axle. So doing it this way, guys, I'm really not modifying anything to the generator itself. So if I do have to take it back, I can bring it straight back to stock without really, anybody knowing I did anything to it, because I'm not touching the generator. So again, so now all I'm going to do, I'm going to mark exactly where I need to drill a 3/32 hole, and I'm going to measure from here to that dot on all 4 of my coupling nuts, just so I can make sure that I'm going to have that hole in the exact same spot on all 4 nuts, so I don't have one tire sticking out further than the other. So this is going to be a little bit easier than boring out the coupling nut. I think that's probably is going to be the hardest part for you guys. At least it was for me. I just didn't have the right equipment to really get to that, do that really well. So for me, that was the worst part. And then so let's get these little cotter pin holes drilled out, and we'll begin to install this first tire. Okay, so as you can see now, I've got the coupling nut on the axle attached with a cotter pin, and I did have to go buy some new cotter pins. The ones that came with it did not work, so they just weren't long enough. And also, as a side note, I actually used a 5/32 drill bit to drill the holes in the actual coupling nut. So with that said, guys, now it's time to actually install the tire. So this is the washer that came with the actual wheel that came with the generator. I am going to use this. So I'm going to take my bigger washer, use the washer that came with it, and I'm going to get some blue thread locker and apply a pretty liberal amount. Okay, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to start to screw this down just tight enough to where the wheel still has spin freely, but I want to get it as tight as I can. So that's too tight. Okay, and I'm going to let that sit there, right there. Let that thread locker set in place, and I'm going to do that for all 3 more tires, and then we'll be done with this, guys. Okay, guys, so here is the final tire install. Okay guys, so that is literally all there is to installing an upgraded wheel kit. I know that they sell an upgraded wheel kit on Amazon and they're $149. Altogether, these wheels were $6 a piece. Hardware was maybe $10. So you can do the math, and this is a much better option if you want to, do it yourself. So I'm going to let this sit for a little bit, let that thread locker harden up a little bit, and then I'll walk you through it a little bit more. Okay, everyone, so here is the final product of this new Powerhorse 3500 with the wheel upgrade that I put on it. So it rolls great. It's going to be able to go through parking lots, through grass, through any other terrain other than concrete a lot better than what came on this generator. So that's really the only thing that I didn't like about this generator were the wheels. And now, as you can see, this thing is perfect. It's going to go wherever you want. And one thing that probably I'm going to get asked, I am not utilizing the brake right now. I got to figure out a way to implement some type of device to lock into this new extended wheel. That'll be a future update to this, but if I have to, I'll chalk the wheels, do something to it. But right now, this does not have the brake on it. So other than that, super happy with it. So it was a really easy mod, really cheap mod. And I'll put all of the links and description of the items that I used in the description of this video in case you guys are wondering or if you need to go buy it yourself. So other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was informative. And we will talk soon. Take care.